Next, we want to install the Google Analytics by Yoast. Click on Add New. In the search plugin box, enter Google Analytics by Yoast and hit Enter. Click Install Now. Click Activate Plugin. Next, let's go find Google Analytics by Yoast plugin. Click Settings. In the General Settings box, it asks you to authenticate with your Google account. Click on Authenticate with your Google account. Notice the email that I used to create the Google Analytics accounts is this one. Now we need to accept. And this is indicated that we need to copy this code, switch your application and paste it there. So I copy this code and paste the code that I just copied into this box. Save authentication code. That was quick and simple. Once we have authenticated with Google Analytics, in the general setting, click Check Outbound, click and Downloads box. This will enable you to track the click and downloads will be tracked as events. You can find these under Content, Event Tracking in your Google Analytics reports. By checking the Allow Tracking of Anonymous Data, it allows Yoast to track anonymous data. According to Yoast, it can better help us because they know which WordPress configuration, themes, and plugin that they should test. According to Yoast, no personal data will be collected for Yoast. If you click the anonymized IP, let's add the anonymized IP telling Google Analytics to anonymize the information sent by the tracker object by removing the last octet of the IP address prior to its storage. And you can ignore the user's role. In this case, the administrator, the editor. We do not want the Google Analytics to track the administrator and the editors. So I entered. So by default, we could add administrator, editors, authors, and perhaps customer, and perhaps sub-manager. And this option is Disable Analytics Dashboard. We do not want to disable the Analytics Dashboard. Click Save Changes. Next, switch to the Universal tab. Next, switch to Universal tab. For the Universal setting, I leave the settings as default. Next, switch to the Advanced tab. For the Advanced setting, I leave the setting as default. Next, switch to the Custom Dimensions tab. To use the Custom Dimension features, you need to upgrade to the premium versions of Google Analytics by Yoast. Next, switch to the Debug Mode tab. The Debug Mode is when you enable Debug Mode options. It enables you to debug your blog by checking the console of your browsers. For testing purposes, I leave these options unchecked. Thank you very much for giving me the opportunity to guide you through this course. I really appreciate your time and interest in this course. If you have any questions, please leave them on the course discussion page.